That was hardly quiet. But anyway, streaming's a blow up, dude.
Streaming sucks,
Streaming
bro.
sucks,
Streaming
dude.
sucks so bad. I was like,
Yeah.
please let's not ignore the fact that this took 5 hours
We-
to set up.
Okay. So first of all, what's going on, chat? I'm
And
Seth
YouTube.
and YouTube, and audio listeners, if we're gonna do that.
We'll cross that
Surprise!
bridge when we get there.
Yeah, we'll probably not. Surprise! EX Saturdays is back for now, temporarily. I'm not gonna put feet on camera. EX Saturdays is making a surprise appearance back. We're gonna try out a new format with in-person appearances. Obviously, this blank space will be addressed later.
We'll talk about this.
But we made this decision yesterday, and yo, hold up, your hands are mad soft.
Damn.
Damn, you're not a working man at all. So we made this decision like literally yesterday, where I was just like, yo, man, like we got cameras, we got lights, we got stuff. I have these lavs.
I mean, I've been saying to you for like literally a year straight, yo, dude, I've got this camera if you ever want to use it.
Well,
And then we got more cameras.
I mean, the thing was like I was just trying to figure out like what to use it for, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the hard part. It was just like I don't know how I want to. I want to do the vlog stuff, documentary, like the vlogumentary stuff, or the FGC, which I still want to do. Like that's just a larger project that I have to work out. Was the podcast was like this is a really good baseline. It's a really good jumping off point. We've already got the foundation. We've already got the assets and shit like that. Might as well just jump off of this. So we made this impromptu decision like yesterday. Hey, let's do a podcast.
We're gonna do the podcast.
We're gonna do the podcast, and then after deliberation and small resistance, we got it. And we were like, yeah, we'll get it. We'll start up by like 3 p.m. today. This is 3 p.m. Central Time.
It is now 8:50 p.m. Central Time. I knew you wore glasses. Don't worry, I got the tiny little.
Oh, I saw the time.
Oh, good shit.
It's
good
it's
shit.
just about 9 o'clock. It's 6 hours later. Now let's explain. Okay, at 3 o'clock we were I think we were prepping at 3.
Yeah, we
Woke up
got
late.
some food. We woke up mad late because we're
Yeah.
up mad late because FGC meetups, which we'll get to.
We also got lost on the way home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like, dude, my car's like mad illegal too. So like,
We didn't even okay, so we didn't get lost.
we had to go around a police checkpoint. That was very obvious.
Yeah. And Dom's car is mad illegal. So we had to it was super obvious. So we went to go pick up some of the equipment last night. This is why we were up late. I'm talking about why we were up late. We went to go pick up some equipment last night from Jackson's house.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a police checkpoint that was like super obvious
Like
on the way.
you could see it from like at least half a mile.
Yeah, on the way back to my house. So we had to take like a long way. And also on the way to Jackson's, we went the wrong way.
Yeah, because we went to your house for like
A
a
hot
quarter
minute.
of a trip,
Yeah.
and then I was like, dude,
We gotta get the stuff.
we got to get the stuff. And you're like,
"Ah,
oh
shit."
shit.
Yeah. So, but we got it all working. We were up super late, so we woke up super late. It's 3 p.m. Is when we had eventually like started prepping. We built the assets. We built the scenes. Look at the scenes, y'all. Look at the scene. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Dom cam. Me cam. Right? I'll play with the sizing of that shit later. But look, we got stuff.
We'll get
You know
better
what I'm saying?
lighting
We'll
later.
get lighting and stuff like that. Lighting conditions, or just like at least making it look the same. We got it all together, and it looks nice, and like it's
And
easy.
we didn't have to buy anything new.
No.
Except for an Ethernet cord. I will say this. I've had that camera since 2018. I feel really good about that. You've had your webcam forever,
Oh yeah,
for as long as I can remember.
we're borrowing one of my roommate's other webcam because we're gonna get another one later. Ideally, we want like just 3 straight up cameras, but we made the most of what we got. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And we have lights that we're not using.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I didn't feel
I'm
like
looking. I'm looking.
Look,
at them.
this is why. This is why. These lights are not on because of the setup. Otherwise, we would be live at like 10 p.m. It took us 6 hours
Yeah.
to get started because we brought, like, after building the scenes and stuff, we brought the PC out to the main area.
And then I left.
Well, yeah, okay.
I went to go get an Ethernet cord because I looked at stuff and I was like, yo, dude, the only thing that we're missing, we probably need to get an Ethernet cord to go from your room. Do you have one that's long enough? He's like, no. You can go get that while I set everything up. While I was gone for like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Jackson shows up. He wants to talk, hang out, blah, blah, blah. And then I get here, and they're like, "Yeah, your your monitor isn't working." And I was like, "What do you mean my monitors weren't working? Please, I already destroyed a monitor doing that UFC type thing. It was like an MMA event. On the way to an MMA event, I destroyed a monitor, shattered it. Like I don't know what happened to it. It didn't look like it moved that much. My 144 hertz, my nice curved monitor, gone. Do I want to become famous? Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Let me shoot
Yeah.
this guy live. Wait, I can do
Shoot
it from
him.
my phone. Hold on.
Do it from your phone. So yeah, I mean, like I lost the monitor, and I was like, please, you can't tell me that I have a second monitor down.
Can't do it.
Please don't do this. So I was pissed. I was super pissed, and then only to find out that it was not actually the monitor. I was like, yo, we gotta work our way backwards. And Seth was like, I'm 100% positive it works. The computer works.
I
The monitor works. And then I plugged it in the exact same way, replicated it, and the computer was fried. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. The computer, no.
It took an hour to figure out. No, it took over an hour to figure out that the PC was just straight up. There was no way it was gonna
Yeah,
get a signal. It was so stressful.
Yeah.
And then it took another couple hours for us to realize like something in the computer is just fried.
Turned out it was the RAM.
And then it took us another hour or so to understand that it was the RAM. And then we went to get food because we were just done. Oh, and then it took another hour to like fix it and stage everything and then get it all prepped. But anyway, streaming's a blow up.
Yo, shout out to NT for shooting the dude in the chat. Let's go, NT.
Yo, let's go, NT. Thanks for being in the chat, NT. But yeah, streaming is absolute blow up. I'm glad that we eventually got it working, but man,
sucked.
Yeah,
I was
sucked
like
so bad.
actually about to cry.
Dom legit said he was about to cry. And I mean, like, understandably so. You've been through a lot over the course of the pandemic, which is
Worst year ever that hasn't ended
18 months.
of just the worst.
Absolute
The worst.
dog shit for you. That's a good segue into our topic. First topic of the day.
Yeah.
We don't really have like topics, but more or less.
Yeah, we're
like,
not going super. It's gonna be casual.
It's a show. It's a casual show. We're just chatting.
Which is ultimately what was like the goal of a lot of the things that we do. But a lot of the time, we end up having to like do a lot of like, and we're still gonna talk about the stuff that we're doing in the future, but it gets really rigid and it gets really stiff, and I hate rigid and stiff.
Yeah.
I hate not being able to just say whatever and just do whatever. It's like, no, it has to be this way. We have to talk about this for this long. We have to do this for that much. We have to do that. So we're just chilling. It's like
That's part of the show, though. That's part of show running, where it's just like you're kind of on a schedule, right? And where there's a lot of things that you want to address, especially like the way that it was. There were so many things that would happen in a week, so many different things that we would talk about,
yeah.
and so many things that we would like try to talk about that were forecast, like things in the future. And now it's like, all right, we just have a while to talk, and we get loose topics. So let's talk about a thing that has happened. This is a new structure, by the way. Like outside of like the new staging and the new format and stuff, like it's actually just going to be the new way of things talking about things, or way to talk about things. So the first thing we're going to talk about is like, I really got to work on these webcams, bro. I will. But
Yeah, you see the angle.
I see the angle.
You
and
see
like,
the leg.
yeah, well, the leg is fine, but it's like, it's just the whole.
Yo, you showing feet on Twitch?
I gotta fill the. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm also not sorry.
Not sorry at all.
Fuck you, Twitch.
Oh,
Just kidding.
okay.
I'm kidding. No, it's so the new format is like, we're gonna talk about something that is happening or has happened. We're gonna talk about something that is happening, and then we're gonna talk about something that will happen. I think it's always gonna be like past, present, future
Sure.
type of thing. In the past, obviously, we got like a whole 18 months worth of shit that we can talk about,
I'm not gonna.
but
talk
we're not
about
gonna
the
cover
entirety.
everything in 18 months.
No, that's not happening.
No.
It's like, oh, Dom's not working at the moment, but
Because-
don't worry. Low Kick Esports has kept him occupied
Yeah,
the entirety
because
of the
then
time.
we would go talk about like, oh yeah, we started the pandemic playing Final Fantasy 14. Look at us now.
That's facts.
Let's look at us now.
Look at us now.
Back full circle.
Yo, you remember?
It's like it's back. It's round 2 of the pandemic, so we're back into Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we're just like, it's time to play Final Fantasy 14 again, except way harder this time. I was progressing. I was doing regular progression in that game. I was like, okay, do the MSQ. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Hit level 80. I'm popping off.
Yeah.
Things going great. Getting a little emotional. Shadowbringers, which you haven't finished.
Yeah, I know.
But I finally did it, And I was like, dope. But my account got banned for like 4 months.
Yeah, I think that was the big thing that kind of pulled us away. Hold on. Can we get to it? Honestly, we'll get to it because I kind of want to talk about locals being back first
Sure.
and how we have like 4 locals
We
now,
do.
a week. We've got FGC meetups that happens on Fridays. Yesterday,
Hit him with the ads, Giuna.
we had Oh shit! All right, you know what? Good point. Wait, which one's the ad? Oh, it's this one, right? Yeah, we had
Whoa.
FGC meetups. Well, okay. Honestly, I didn't have to do this now, but FGC meetups we have on Fridays. I'm gonna hit you guys with the ads at the beginning of the show. That's fucked up.
Hey man, hit them with them now.
Anyway,
Before they leave.
we got FGC meetups now on Fridays. This is every Friday. Dom and I together host FGC meetups. So next week we got Guilty Gear Strive, Grand Blue Fantasy versus an Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you're down to
You know what's crazy? One of the things about the pandemic was I was just shitting on Street Fighter 4 the entire time. And I've been shitting on Street Fighter 4 like my whole life, right? Because for as long as that game has been out, I've just not liked it. I thought that game was ugly. I thought animations were weird. It was just like, this is not my Street Fighter. I want anime aesthetics. I want fucking 2D sprite.
I mean, the game is ugly.
And then I would still buy every iteration of Street Fighter 4. You know what I'm
The
saying?
game's ugly, but I mean, like, it's fun.
And then hold on. And then, right, I finally I buy it on Steam to play it with my friends. Played it for like maybe an hour and a half.
Less than that. It was
Less
like
than
40
that.
minutes.
And then I refunded that shit. I was just like, I knew it. I knew it all along. I don't like this fucking game. This game
This game
sucks.
sucks.
This game sucks, bro. It's just too much neutral. I don't want to play fucking footsies. This is bullshit. I just want to, play Street Fighter 5. Yada yada. Street Fighter 5 is beautiful. Street Fighter 5 second. I still think that. But
Ken is in Street Fighter 5.
Then last week.
Mm-hmm.
So what was this? This was throughout my entire life and pretty much the entire pandemic.
Yeah.
I was just shitting, angering my friends.
And me
about
and
Street Fighter
FNCR
4.
have been playing Street Fighter 4 during the entirety of the pandemic.
Yeah, shitting on it. And Street Fighter 4 was just like not my cup of tea. And then last week, the boys bring over. No, this was Sunday. The boys bring over Street Fighter 4. We're playing in the living room, and I'm like, fuck.
After 2 hours of forcing us to play
Oh, no,
Alpha 2.
Okay, yeah. Because I was like, yo, guys, let's play Alpha 2. And we had fun on Alpha 2. I had fun on Alpha 2. I thought Alpha 2 was sick.
I did Lariat trade combo.
That was sick. Lariat custom combo?
Yeah, custom combo, just spin.
Yeah, this mash. Easy. It's fun. And I was having fun doing Rose shit because it's top tier. It's stupid. Alpha 2 is whack. NT did not have fun in Alpha 2. I played Sagat in Alpha 2. Yeah, Christian played Sagat in Alpha 2. NT barely played it. He was not having fun. But Street Fighter Alpha 2 is sick.
Yeah,
I had
mean,
a blast. But,
I won't say I disliked it. I'm not going to lie. I had fun.
okay.
So
Because of that, because my friends were having fun except NT, I was like, let me indulge them in the game of the Street Fighter of their choice. Let me play Street Fighter 4 with them. And I did. And then I was hovering around. I picked Abel for a bit, and I was like, all right, Abel's, all right, I'm doing the Abel shit, but
step kick.
Forward
dash,
just doing the thing.
mix.
Okay. And I was just like, I don't know how this feels. And then I was like, all right, let me play. I just went from Abel to Cammy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played Cammy, and I just did Cammy shit, and I was like, oh.
Then he played the trials.
No, I played Cammy for hours.
It's true.
I played matches with you guys with Cammy for hours, and I was like, oh,
I feel like people left.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people left. NT left.
NT left.
And I was like, oh, this is so much fun. And then I did her trials and tried to understand her actual combo. I was just making up links. I was just pressing the button to figure it out, making shit up, and it worked. And then I was like, all right. And I did for fucking trials. And I was like, this shit is sick. So throughout the course of the pandemic, and most recently, I got converted into Street Fighter 4. So now it's on the docket for FGC meetups. It's not on the docket because I got converted. It's just on the docket because it's hella good game. People will come out and play it. So if you're watching or if you're listening,
if you can see this with your eyes, we have to move out of the way of the ad.
Or if you can hear this with your ears, please come to Ignite in Skokie Friday, September 3rd, 2021. Play some Street Fighter 4.
You can play Strive and Gramble if you want.
Yeah, you can also play Strive and Gramble. Oh, actually, for a special thing, Big ad. Another thing for the Guilty Gear Strive thing is we're actually going to test out, because it's not going to appear on stream, so we don't have to do rigid time stuff. Chris Chaos, you guys know Midwest's very own Chris Chaos, wants to try out a 3 out of 5 bracket. So kind of like Levo. So you just play it. Oh, I think he said top 16 and above.
Yeah, top 16 is going to be.
So he's going to spearhead that. He'll tell you
first to 3.
best of 5. So that'll be experimental bracket just for fun. Get more matches.
Don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it. It's not happening all the time. So
Yo, and most important, plus our side
yes.
side bracket.
Oh, I don't have Jupiter's flyer. I'm sorry, Jupiter. If you're listening, I should have grabbed that flyer.
Yeah, we should have grabbed that flyer.
Yeah, we should have grabbed.
Hey,
that
listen,
flyer.
it says impromptu in the title.
It says impromptu, but we'll tell you about it right now. Jupiter is running a plus R side bracket.
And Elvin Shadow already put out the tweet and said, "Yo, I want 20 people in this bracket."
Did you see her flyer? You guys aren't looking
the
at
Malort
it.
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny is Sprite. He's holding the Malort like with his chest out and shit. It was so fucking funny.
Speaking of more alcohol, I probably need to go get that.
There's another unnamed beer that you can just have.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. All right. Joker Not plugged it into the chat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Thank you, King.
Thank you, King. We also have Wednesday Versus. Now, ignore the date. This was last week, but we just have another local run by Kick Esports. So we've got Wednesday Versus every Wednesday over at Scrims in Lisle, Illinois. Boys out there, FNTR and Grady, Double Zeta, are going to be running anime locals out there. So
and other things.
I
mean, that's up to them. This is something to keep in mind. Yo, hold on. Switch it to Dom Cam. Let me get Dom Cam.
All right.
Look at it.
Shit. Okay. My bad.
Something to keep in mind is that each of the TOs that's responsible for different stuff is managing different things. So you're going to get a different flavor of what the different low kick members like. You know, Ultra Street Fighter 4, I was like, yo, like me and Seth, we both. Well,
are you holding my bottle opener?
Yeah, bottle opener, dude.
All right.
So me and Seth both like Street Fighter 4 now. It took a while. We converted them, you know. So it was like Street Fighter 4, stuff like that. That's Ignite, right? And that's where we want people to be a lot. That's like, it's a big place.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. There's a lot of ones and zeros and stuff that we have to check on that. But we also have the other things. And that means that since Christian and Grady are going to be managing the one out in Lisle, you're probably going to see more anime games because go figure, those two people play them anime games.
They play the hell out of the anime games. And I wouldn't be surprised
Grady plays Tekken.
Grady does play Tekken, but Grady also plays Mbon. And I know that he and I are talking a lot about running Gundam or putting Gundam up at a local.
We're trying.
We're really trying. It's just logistically, it's a pain in the ass. And once we figure out the logistics, you guys can almost guarantee that Grady is going to be throwing up Gundam Extreme versus Maxi Boost on at Wednesday Versus. But anyway, Wednesday Versus happens
every Wednesday, Lisle, Illinois.
every single Wednesday.
Take a trip out there. There's 2 gas stations across the street. There's an ATM in there. They got food and beer and wine
in the venue. Do not bring outside food.
Don't bring outside food.
This applies to any venue that you go to. Support the venue. Support your local.
I mean, and it's not just like, this is like, hold on, let me get it again. This isn't me like, you know, just going, yo, dude, brand manager over here. Like, first off, that's not a thing you're allowed to do. And second off, they really appreciate that, like hard body, because that's how venues make their money for real.
Yeah.
You want to find out how venues actually make their money? It's through food and beverage.
It's food and beverage, like almost specifically. Like without going too deep into it, like in order for us to keep doing shit at Ignite, it's the food and beverage.
It's food and beverage.
That we have to meet all the time. And they love us because people buy and eat and drink. Meanwhile, smash. Anyway, back to the ads. Wednesday Versus, every Wednesday. Go out there, support our homies, support Low Kick. Support Scrims. I guess support Low Kick too. But anyway, square up. This is done by me.
Up.
This is tomorrow. We got to square up tomorrow at Mid Lane Esports in Logan Square. Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball Fighters. Now, I
Yo,
feel
Golden Mirror,
bad.
just sub.
Yo, Golden Mirror with the sub,
Let's
bro. I
go.
appreciate you, dude. We don't have alerts on. We should totally.
Yeah, we-
We could turn the alerts on.
Turn the alerts
Wait,
on.
what was the alert that we wanted to do?
Ah.
It was yesterday. We were talking about it.
It was really good too.
It was really funny. Oh, EX rush punch to the legs.
Rush punch to the legs. Yo, Chris is coming to Square Up tomorrow.
Yo, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, Square Up, Mid Lane Esports every Sunday in Logan Square. That's the address on the venue right there. This is tomorrow's event, Sunday, August 29th. We're gonna have Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball. Now, I was misunderstood, and I apologize to anybody that I have told about this. Dragon Ball is not a regular appearance.
It is a.
I wanted Dragon Ball to be a regular appearance, and then they pulled me aside. We're like, yo, that's not in the contract. And I was like, oh, shit. So
true.
I just want it to be a Dragon Ball local.
But that's the thing, is that the idea behind it is not necessarily to source it, because to be honest, this DLC is killing us.
Yeah.
It's killing us.
Well,
so it's like,
yeah.
so we gotta ask the people, hey, we want Dragon Ball to be there. If you bring your stuff, we will source it.
I want Dragon Ball and MK to like really live there.
Yeah.
Those are the two games that I believe in so wholeheartedly because other people won't. That's just how I am. And I want mid lane to be your spot, you know? Galloping Ghost, gone. Dragon Ball, you don't even have it. Raid's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Raid was the place for Dragon Ball, officially. Super Saturdays was based and built around the idea of Dragon Ball Fighters.
So
we're going to try to get you there. We're going to have to talk to the people a little bit better than we have been. But
yeah,
we want them
that's
to
my
square
fault.
up.
I'm sorry. My marketing, it's that. I mean, that's part of the show too. Like that was the part of the reason we wanted to do this podcast was just like, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got the locals now. We got the. Can you lower that?
Can I lower what?
The webcam. It's bothering me, bro. There's so much headroom. Max headroom.
Max headroom?
Max headroom. Anyway, there's just a lot that we've got on the table, and my marketing for Square Up and for other stuff has been like slacking, and I felt really bad about it. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. So, I'm sorry.
Go to the things.
Please sign up.
We've been hanging on ads for like what feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, it's true. Smash GG is live. I mean, we're talking about the locals.
It's true.
That's the first topic, right? The first topic is the locals. So Square Up, do that shit tomorrow.
Go to Square Up.
Go to Square Up. Go to your
Square
locals. And then also, oh shit, Roundhouse. So this is another one. I mean, like this is just another upcoming event.
If you want to know the person that is frontlining the effort and work on this one, it will be Dr. Delish, also known as Dave the God. The God.
Dave. Where would Low Kick be without Dave?
You guys don't see Dave.
Delish.
Nobody sees Dave.
Nobody sees Dave.
Dave walks on water.
But Dave does everything.
Dave does everything.
Does everything.
The Lord. 100%. No, unquestionable. Does everything.
Does everything.
Anytime.
Saves us.
Saves us.
Every time.
Shout out to Lord Dave. Facts. Shout out to Lord Dave.
Thank you, Lord Dave. Thank you,
Lord
Dave. Yeah.
Best Dave. So we brought together as many of the Chicago TOs as we possibly could fit in one space for Roundhouse. You know, not everybody is there, but to be fair, we're running 18 games.
Oh.
Like between 2 days. We want to make this a once a year endeavor. We don't want it to be brutally cold. We have it in October. You know, it's still going to be cold. It's Chicago. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, it's 2021. It's probably not going to be that cold.
Yeah, that's true. The world is ending around us.
It goes brutal winter straight into scorching summer now. It's not that bad. Yo, hold up.
Damn.
Hit us with the bits.
Damn bits.
Y'all, the reason I've been able to fall in love with fighting games again. Thank you sincerely. Yo, Roboy, appreciate you.
And you go to everything.
And you really do go to everything. So like
the Jupiter squad comes deep.
True. We are super thankful for you guys. Without you guys, we would be really nothing.
We wouldn't exist, and we would have to answer to a lot of people.
Yes.
And I don't like doing that.
Dave wouldn't be what he's doing if it weren't for you guys. So that's priority numero uno is catering to you guys, making sure you guys are happy. And that's why we have all these locals, is because we're trying to just like accommodate you guys as much as we can, because like one day might not work for everybody, so we're going to have another day that works for somebody. And then the location, maybe this location doesn't work for somebody, so we'll try another location.
Fist will fly at some location.
Fist will
Just
fly.
go to one.
Yeah.
Just go to one. It would be cool.
Just pick one, but also go to Ignite, please, because that's me. I'm biased. I'm there all the time.
Please stop saying that out
I'm
loud.
not. No, I mean like go to mid lane, go to Lyle.
All right. So, either way,
Roundhouse.
Perfect
Yeah.
transition to that. Chicago Tekken, Callisto, Garage Gear, good old Free bringing the Marvel Mayhem, Central Illinois, FGC, bringing a bunch of stuff.
Power
UGS,
Rangers?
they're all coming out there to play video games for 2 days straight. If there is a game you can think of, with the exception of Samurai Showdown,
Stop, bro.
it is.
Stop. That hurts.
That hurt me real bad.
That hurts real bad.
But it's not there.
Yeah.
I'm
It's not gonna
sad.
be there.
But otherwise, if you can think of a Virtual Fighter will be there. If you Virtual Fighter people don't show up and Sam's show wasn't,
Oh, I'll be so mad.
I'm
Yo,
talking
Roy,
shit.
Roy, Jupiter Squad, all of you motherfuckers, please come out to play Virtual Fighter 5.
I know it's y'all.
I know it's y'all.
It's y'all.
It's you
it has
guys.
to be you.
Yeah. Get your VF homies out of the woodworks, out of the whatever, underneath the overpasses.
Yeah,
From
get
the-
them from wherever.
Pull
Pull them
dig
from
them out of
Summer
the trash.
Jam. I heard there was 37 people at Summer Jam.
Yeah. Wherever they are. Yank them out.
You pull them out.
We have a few Virtual Fighter 5 homies. Yes, you're going to have to get more than a few.
You're going to have to get the gang.
You're going to have to get the VF5 homies. But anyway, it's there. Sam Show's not. We did that for you guys. So please, don't make us regret it. Anyway.
Speaking of old people games, Plus R will definitely be there. Exerd will definitely be there. Strive will definitely be there. All the Guilty Gears are going to be run by one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really tight. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And he gets to try his hand at doing like some production outside of, hiring some outside staff, which is pretty cool. Outside of that, Roundhouse is going to be dope. We want this to be a once a year thing.
Mm-hmm.
So show up like it's once a year, because this is the one. And it's expensive.
Oh, it's expensive.
It's very expensive.
Oh, it's very expensive.
I got the numbers today. It's scary.
Yeah.
We
So
want it to succeed.
please come.
Bring your people.
Please come. Please be there. What was the game cap?
Four.
4 games. Somebody on Twitter.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter is like, "Oh, I can't sign up for more than 4 games." It's like, I will fight you.
I was like, yeah, I don't see why you can't just sign up for all 18 games.
Yeah, just sign up for all of them. Why not? I
Why
mean,
not? What could be
Play Guy?
a logistical
Not Play
issue?
Guy. Not Play Guy. Nintendo, the legend. Nintendo signs up for every bracket. I've seen him once. That's
That's actually true. Nintendo's a ghost. He's not real.
He is real. He plays Soul Calibur.
No,
I think he plays Nightmare.
that's all he comes out for is Soul Calibur.
No, he
Must be
came out
nice.
to one Soul Calibur thing ever. I'm like, bruh. And he got washed.
Damn, that's the best.
So
Yo,
it's like,
at mid lane, Human Typhoon
oh,
always on the stick.
dude, in the middle of the
That part of the reason I love mid lane is like you'll just see characters there just like playing fighting games. I didn't know who Human Typhoon was before this day. He was there just like on the Soul Calibur, the only Soul Calibur setup, grinding online.
Yep.
And then the venue owner told me like, yeah, we bought Soul Calibur just for him to play. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's there for hours. He's there till close. I was like, damn. I love mid
Human
lane.
Typhoon is very, very good at Soul Calibur. But man, he just comes in like a thermal suit, eating
Yeah.
peanuts.
Yeah.
Said he's like out there blow drying his feet. I'm like, bro, that's OD.
He wears like leather boots. He wears like greaves.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But we haven't had Soul Calibur there, and he's been asking about other games, so maybe he's interested in trying something else out, but he's always grinding online Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe.
How does anyone do that? No parsec.
No parsec in person.
He's born in the lag.
He's born in the PlayStation 4
It's like
lag.
Trash Box.
Trash
Only plays online.
God. Does he actually play in CPT?
Calling St. Cola.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hit him up.
I'm gonna need St.
He's
Cola's
busy.
help
He's
on
at like
that one.
PAX or some shit. Is that next week? He did Bamboo Battles
He just
today
did
with Dan.
Yeah, exactly. He just did Bamboo Battles today.
And that dude was doing online tournaments for Saltmine League while he was in Poland or something.
Yeah, it's actually true. But I mean, consider where Salt Mine League is. That's like couple hour difference.
Yeah, but not that
Like,
that
like,
significant.
right next to each other. Literally, it's Poland next
Yeah.
to Germany. You could just take the train, go to Rita's house.
It really
commentate
doesn't
on there.
take that. It's not that difficult to get from Germany to Poland.
I think who was I telling this? The Europe is basically just
Me.
the United States, and you were like, "That's cap," because Europe is countries and U.S. is states, and I was like, "You dumb son of a bitch." It's because
I don't remember that part.
the countries are basically like the way that we go from state to state is how they go from country to country, but more efficiently because they have a working train system. It gets to those places.
Imagine that.
Imagine
Imagine
that.
working transportation, bro.
Yeah, imagine
Like my car.
I was shitting on your PC so hard
Yeah.
because of that. I was like, everything that shit like doesn't work when it's related to you. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is like your car. My bathroom door. This is like your car.
It's your bathroom door.
Yeah, but you know,
Please stop
the only
shitting on
person
my
who
car,
gets
man.
stick.
I've been driving that thing for 3 years.
I know.
It carried the Chicago FGC.
Oh, it still does.
It still does.
Once you get a new car is when the Midwest region finally like blows up as a region, starts getting like more respect. I mean, it already kind of does.
I just realized you ripped the labels off the beer. Yeah, I mean, like, we're
Yeah, are you kidding me?
not
can't
trying to
have-
deal with the shit, whatever
Yeah.
that may be. I don't know what it is.
I had a can of undesignated beer up on the table.
The champagne
beginning.
of it,
Yeah.
some would say.
Some would say, and then I had to take it off just because I didn't want to get in trouble. We can't get in trouble. It's a real podcast. I mean, if it's audio only, then yeah, I'll have whatever. I'll have some mouse just on my.
I'm snorting bricks during audio only.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Like,
bricked.
Like regular lines of
Yeah.
insane amounts
I'm
of
bricked
cocaine.
up on audio.
Yo, not wearing pants either. I'm making direct eye contact at it. Bricked up.
Bricked up. That's the funniest.
Yeah, that's the best adjective for that status in life ever. Bricked up.
What was it? Oh, I saw this TikTok where like two dudes were fighting in the house, and then he was just like, "Let's go, bro. I'm sticked up right now." He was like, "Bro, I need to tell me we got guns in the house. I'm shooting." Bro, I've never seen a gun before in my life. I've never held a gun. I've never fired a gun before. And he's like, "What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean?
Oh no.
I'm sticked up, bro." That was so stupid. Anyway, yeah, we got hella locals.
Yeah, we got hella locals, and I mean, I'm playing video games with them now. The first local we had like 300 people.
Yeah,
I-
no.
Yeah, we did.
300 people?
Yes, including walk-ins. It was a lot of people, and I didn't get to play anything.
No, they did not.
We don't get to generally play much of anything, but it was nice. Like, I played, like, Flower Man and some Street Fighter 5, and he was starting to figure out Monot, and I was getting uncomfortable. just a little bit because I wasn't playing
winning?
Balrog.
He was
He
winning.
was starting to win, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm getting a little tight.
All right,
you know?
now I gotta hit Flower Man up for the tag. Let's go.
Hey, you gotta,
Thanks,
no. You have to teach him. He
Thanks,
doesn't know what
Marvin.
he's doing. He just plays neutral.
Yeah,
But
I need to learn that from him.
but yeah, you need to just play neutral at all.
False. I'm never playing neutral. I'm like, goddamn life.
We played Tekken 5 DR
Yeah.
on Chris's PlayStation 3, and it was Godlike King is the same dude he's always been. I can't do running Jaguar bomb combos, but that's okay. I don't need them.
Yeah.
I don't need them. I just got footsies. That was a lot of fun.
I played a little bit of Jacko.
Got washed.
No, not really. I mean, yeah, against you. Then I started smoking gunpowder shit. I love you, Schaefer. I was fucking you up.
Get
man.
smoked.
Get smoked. And then I was playing against this kid that FNTR brought to the local. I was fucking on him for a while. I felt really bad. And then I was fucking on Jolly at the end of the night.
Yo, I smoked Jolly and Bracken and Sam Show, and then I lost to Alvin Shadow's brother, his bike, and I was really upset. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to fight this character. We had a Sam Show bracket.
We had a
7
Sam
people
Show
played in it. I
No.
was one of them. More people should show up for that game when we run it. You know,
I couldn't run it. I didn't have a TO. I was short of Grady.
I was definitely. I'll just be real. I'm sad. The status of that game. I want more people to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it's like, I want people through the door. This is not brand manager Dom managing this question. This thing. I just like that game,
This is Samurai Showdown is a fun game.
and
I want people to play
I
it.
enjoy playing it. And it makes me really sad that it's like, oh, time to play this video game with, and it's like 6 people.
It's like you know what sucks is the fact that Granblue does not get this treatment.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same circumstance.
Well, not entirely, because like you know that everybody just goes, well, the lobby system, and it's like, dude, shut up. Like you don't care about offline. You know what's fucked up is that everybody went, oh yeah, dude, online fighting games don't matter at all, and then the second they go offline, they're just like, oh yeah, dude, you know, like you can't play that game on, you can't play it online. It's like, why even bring it up?
Yeah.
Why even bring it up? Just shut up. Stop talking. Don't talk to me. Which is a pretty good rule to go by. Just don't do that.
Well, now it's
Michigan
now.
Assassin.
What's crazy is like a fighting game now, when released today, it lives and dies by its netcode, which is crazy.
I don't care for that.
Well, I mean, what it was like. That's how.
Like,
it was
don't get me wrong. I understand.
Well, you've never cared for it.
Like, yeah, I've never cared for it because the games I play don't exist in the good quality netcode world, right? So you're telling me consistently that you should stop having fun and stop liking the things you like because it's not satisfactory. I will continue to, you know, I'll bitch with you guys, but don't tell me to stop playing or buying the things I want to play because they're not up to snuff, because ultimately that leaves me with nothing. I don't give a fuck about Grand Blue. I've always said that game sucks. I don't care about gear. There are so many games I don't care about.
Grand Blue feels redundant with a new Guilty Gear, in my honest opinion, says Joker in the chat. Honestly, I lightly disagree, just because of how different they are as games. Like,
I mean, it's like the slowest, most bland milk toast fighting game ever. I hate watching it. I have no interest in playing it. I played it for, I think I played like 10 games total of that.
Well,
I was bothered by how whack the roster was on launch. And then I just never found a character I vibed with. But then I just watched the game. And I watched the game like sweaty. I was watching everything. I was watching Nerd Josh streams and everything.
What's weird is the fact that like Grand Blue, you know, most fighting games come out to try to like create more accessibility while still maintaining its like absolute goonery offense and just like oh man, you're always pressing buttons and stuff like that. Whereas Grand Blue is the one where it did accessibility, but you've got to play footsies. Like, it's so defensive.
And that's okay. That's okay. I play Samurai Showdown.
I mean,
I'm a Samurai Showdown player. I play Tam Tam. I don't play no degenerate ass character. I got instant overheads, but outside of that, you know, I'm playing a pretty fun D's character. But it's so boring. It's so boring. Nuts. Don't ever disrespect my nuts like that again. Footsies. But it's so boring to me. And I don't care for the way it looks. I don't care for the way it plays. I don't care for any of it. And I didn't like the way it felt as a whole. So, like, no, I don't care, and I'm not going to play that game. But I will play Soul Calibur. That game has terrible netcode. Horrible. You're playing underwater your whole life. Like, everything is awful, but I love that game. And then people go, oh, yeah, dude, well, you shouldn't support it because it doesn't have good netcode. It's like,
that's the part that really irks me, is when like, oh man, this is a really, really fun game, but the netcode is terrible, so you shouldn't play.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't have fun. Why have fun?
Support it.
Play the thing you don't like.
Meanwhile, Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, dude, Street Fighter 4. You mean to tell me that you were going to tell an entire generation of fighting game players, oh yeah, dude, Killer Instinct eventually happened, so stop playing Street Fighter 4?
Yeah.
Are you high? What happened to playing fun?
It's just so weird how the pandemic, like how now the list of good fighting games has completely shifted due to their playability online.
Yeah.
Whereas that's not how you value a game. I mean, like, obviously online playability is important.
It's true.
Absolutely important, but online playability does not trump the fun. Yeah.
Fun. I mean, Bump said this a long time ago, and he got dragged on Twitter for weeks.
Yeah. Dude, I'm saying it now.
He was like, what if Strive just isn't fun? And I played it, and I was like, this isn't fun. I don't think this is fun to me, right? Like, I'm just not an anime player. It has great netcode. I have zero complaints with playing the netcode, outside of the fact that it's connected to a server for the next year of your life. But I played it. I didn't like it. And it's like, I'm not just going to continue to play it because it's playable.
Yeah.
That's not a good enough reason for me to do something.
Let's me with Street Fighter 5.
It's like...
That netcode, it's terrible rollback. Terrible version of rollback.
Yes.
But I love playing Street Fighter 5.
I really enjoy playing Street Fighter 5.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
a fun game.
That's not how I'm gonna value or judge a game. Like, Street Fighter 5 is.
I mean, all respect to Sajam and what he's done. You know, we love you, Sajam. I miss him on commentary.
I miss him on commentary.
Capcom really fucked that guy.
Under Night.
What happened
Under Night?
I mean, people play it
But I guess.
at Tri Point.
I guess
People
still
play
do
it.
Yeah, but that's
But-
now an offline.
I mean, like, we ran online tournaments, so that people still played it. The netcode was terrible. They
Yeah.
were upset.
Yeah. It's just wild how Under Night was like a huge. Oh fuck this game.
Well, it was a
Unique players
phenomenon, but
coming
it was
out.
like it got the Evo boost. You know, I
guess
remember
it
when, like
did get the Evo boost.
it got a serious Evo boost. I was talking to Macho, and I remember asking him like, "Why are you playing Under Night now?" And he's like, "Well, it's gonna be at Evo, and I want to compete in it." It's like, oh, you don't care about the game per se, you just want to compete in the highest level.
Wild how Evo is just not that anymore.
Yo, can we talk about Evo just not happening?
It did,
It did,
but it didn't.
Who cares?
It did, but it
Did
didn't.
any? I'm gonna ask, like, so the chat is here. Do we have people in the chat? Is there more than 2 viewers? I don't care. Did you give a shit about Evo? I don't.
Okay.
I just didn't.
I did, but like I didn't even realize it was happening. Whereas before it was like, oh, mark calendars. It's time to go to Evo.
It's time to attend
It's time
Evo.
to attend Evo, or
Let me
at least
fly to the shittiest place on earth,
yeah,
Las
Whoa,
Vegas,
whoa.
Nevada.
Hold on, Vegas is hot, but it's
Sweaty. It's sweaty and it's
stinky.
gross.
Yeah, it's stinky. Don't leave don't leave the hotels. They built those hotels in the middle of a desert for a reason because they want you to just stay inside and spend money.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, even like, you know, you could smoke cigarettes inside Vegas, like inside the casinos. I smoke.
Yeah,
And
that was wild to me.
yeah,
It was
but like,
so cool.
you know what's weird is that you can do that, but the way that the air circulates through it, it destroys your cigarettes.
Oh,
You
really?
can't like taste them anymore. Like, it's the most miserable place ever. I was like, let me just it's gone. It was just gone. It was miserable.
That's crazy.
But
It was just cool to see people smoking indoors. Like,
I mean, I thought I would appreciate that, but let me get that Japanese arcade minus the xenophobia part. Let me get that.
yeah,
Where I can just smoke 77 cigarettes in a row.
just go to Japan.
I'm not going to Japan. I have no reason to go there.
Japanese arcades, you can just smoke cigarettes
That's not a good enough reason.
like a fucking train whistle.
Dude, I mean, when I lived in that basement, I was definitely smoking cigarettes when I was playing Street Fighter 5.
Dude, that's nasty.
I don't care. Who cares?
Smoking indoors.
It was a basement
Yeah, it was a basement also.
in the hood,
Yeah, you didn't.
and I hated my roommate.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, I got away from the topic. Evo happened. It happened.
It happened.
Hotashi won.
Hotashi won.
Hotashi won.
God, that was Evo. Okay, all right.
That did happen, and then I was like, okay, I guess, you know, Amacho was in top 8. That was hype.
Yeah.
I was happy for Amacho. He
Yeah.
unfortunately got washed in top 8. I think he went 0-2 in top 8, but
Yeah.
he still put up a great show.
Yes, he did.
But I watched that match. I watched him play Lord Knight,
Mhm.
and I think I watched him lose the second time.
Mhm.
And outside of that, I was like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. It felt so hollow.
Yeah.
It felt so.
I saw like some Skullgirls highlights, and I saw some Strive.
You saw
like I
Skullgirls
saw-
highlights?
Yeah. No, it was like just Skullgirls was just on, I think, at some point. I think I was on Twitch and then I saw the Evo symbol and I was like, oh shit, Evo's on. And I clicked on it and it was Skullgirls. I was like, oh shit, Evo's happening. And I clicked off.
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
what I'm
dude,
saying?
it was just so whack. It was like presented so poorly. Nobody
Yeah.
knew it was happening. So, and it's like the thing is, usually when that happens, like you go to Eris's stream and he's restreaming Tekken if he's not already there, and even that that sucked.
Was anything announced at Evo?
No,
I think that's what it was. Because sometimes
Nah,
not
dude.
only people
I
look
would
at
because
Evo.
people. I think they know. I think they saw with like the side tournaments they had for Evo before Evo that I didn't know happened, despite the fact that I love Soul Calibur and that that game got shafted hard body. Nothing got announced, probably because they saw the metrics of what Evo was putting out before. Why would you advertise a game in one of the most unwatched major fighting game tournaments I've ever seen? Of all majors, that is probably the lowest numbers I've seen. It was wild.
I mean, but for a lot of major titles, there are big announcements at Evo, and I think that the way that
Yeah, but those
announcements
are in
done
person.
just now done now. Yeah, those are in person. I think the way that things are announced is that's just part of the hype.
Yes.
Announcements at Evo is
People
part of the
leave
hype.
Evo and they go, yo, dude, you know what I saw at Evo? They announced Honda, and that shit was sick.
Time to hit up the salty sweets because Honda's out tonight.
Yeah,
Shit
Honda's
like
out
that.
tonight.
was tight.
Yoshinori Ono is crying while reading a scroll.
We saw because remember 2019 Evo it leaked for Street Fighter
Sure
5.
did.
we knew Poison, Lucia, and Honda were coming
Nobody knew
on
who
the
Lucia
way.
was. Nobody cares about Lucia.
I thought she looked cool.
Nobody is like actually a Lucia fan, and I still think she's a waste of time. She sucks.
I like Lucia a lot.
Nobody else does.
I think Lucia is cool.
There's like 2 people who play Lucia total, and you're one of them.
Yeah, I love her.
She sucks. It's not even that she sucks. I don't even care that she sucks. Like as a character, she's trash.
She's cool. She likes coffee. And
She's
noodles.
like, oh look, I got you in the corner. And people are like, yo, she's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't care.
She likes coffee and noodles.
I don't give a shit. She sucks, and she's a cop. Fuck Lucia. She sucks. Whack character. Facts. Let's go, Joker. Now he said it. She's a cop. She's whack.
I'm a Minot player now anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm a Minot.
Yo, your Minot is ass.
You'll see my Akira after this, bitch.
I don't have to. I know it's probably also ass.
Akira fresh as fuck. Anyway, yeah, Evo happened, but it also didn't happen, and that's sad. I hope that that's not
The norm.
the norm
See,
now.
the thing is, I don't want Evo to feel like it sucks, especially after, Mr. Wizard thing. That
Oh,
that
let's not talk about that.
was a thing.
Yeah.
I'll talk whatever. Well, who gives a shit? Like, the nigga's done. Like, he's done.
Just don't talk about people like involved like that. I just don't want to.
What bridge can I burn? He's out. It's over.
I liked what Combo Breaker did much better, says Grolix in the chat. 100% facts.
Yo, dude, I got to
Absolutely.
commentate, sort of commentate Combo Breaker.
Me too. I got to do Look Alive. It felt good to kind of commentate Combo Breaker.
I also kind of streamed Combo Breaker from a basement in the hood of Chicago.
That was pretty tight.
It felt right.
Look Alive was sick, and now Rick is saying he wants to like kind of just do Look Alive every now and then, and I'm like, oh yeah, like
Yes.
more Combo Breaker throughout the year for online stuff.
Also, more clothes.
Production was the way that he had like all those assets prepared and how smooth it was.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the run of show of everything was so nice.
I mean, dude, the way that was
So
trimmed
nice.
down, it was beautiful. It was an all-around
Gorgeous.
good presentation. I could turn on my stream at any turn on a stream at any time, and it's like, oh, I'm watching. I mean, dude, why the fuck am I watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? But I'm watching it.
I'm watching it. Yeah,
I'm watching it. It's on.
like I already told you, like, oh, I turned on Evo and I was like, oh, Skullgirls is on and sick, and I turned it off. I did not turn off Look Alive
Look Alive stayed on pretty much
the entire time. Yeah, it was really good.
It was
I had
fun.
I had a blast with that. So yeah, it was.
Evo,
What Combo Breaker did this year was,
Evo
really
was not that.
and like that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll be the norm. I think it's just like, short-term planning and the way that now PlayStation is being involved, and it was a very recent thing, and now like when it comes to like look how ESL does stuff, right?
ESL sucks.
The way that they do things is kind of like
Ass.
really ham-fisted and quick. It feels quick, it feels rushed, it's very short term, but and PlayStation kind of had that semblance of things where it was very like, yeah, we're gonna have this event done tomorrow, we're gonna build all the assets overnight. Whereas Look Alive was just like Rick was probably like stressing that.
Oh,
shit
I mean,
since last
dude, we
year.
got notification of like Look Alive a while before,
time
and
ago.
like it was like, hey, organize your people. Yo, dude, that was like I had to drive to Chicago with my PC, my baby that's right here right now, and record underscore versus Ramsey because underscore's connection is dog shit, and he won't.
I don't think
he
we
won't
used that
admit
match.
it. We didn't use it.
Yeah,
We had
because
to
it was offline.
We had to no, we did. That was the one that was on Look Alive.
Oh, the
The
offline
one was
Oh,
used.
okay.
Because I talked to
I
Rick.
was watching it and I was like,
I talked to Rick and I was like, dude, there's no way. We can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I can't let this be a representation of LKL. Now, to be fair, underscore screwing up a tournament with his bad connection, because it is him. I know it. Is a hallmark of LKO at this point. With that said, yeah, don't do this. Don't do this. With that said, I was like, this is not how I want LKO to be represented. And we did an in-person match.
Yeah.
And Marcus washed.
we cheated. Yeah, we totally cheated. We got the players offline.
Yeah, we got him offline.
It's recorded in the Ignite's offices.
Yes, in
Back of the house.
in Ignite Ellison's office,
Yeah.
which is still not open on the days that we
not
were
at
there.
all. Yeah, we just went there and we were like snuck them in through the back, and we're just like, all right, guys.
Soul Calibur, honestly, I felt bad about that one because it was Zendo versus Rich Sticks, and I was like, yo, dude, this is gonna be sick because they've had close games in the past.
Yeah.
And Rich Sticks washed Zendo. washed him 5-0.
sucks.
Not even close.
It just feels bad because like you want good representation of your network,
yes.
and they're just very clear, blatant O2s.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it just feels so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Feels really bad.
I mean, dude, honestly, like, Rich Six hadn't been playing for months at that point, and I was like, oh, yeah, dude. I mean, she might be a little rusty, but he's still one of the best players in the country.
Yeah.
Let's see how Zendo does. Zendo's been grinding all year.
Yeah.
And, man, he washed him bad. Me and St. Cola were fucking screaming, dude. We were like, no.
That sucks. How does St. Cola do on Soul Calibur commentary?
He did good.
Cool.
He watched a bit of it, and he talked to Zubaz a bit before.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him, and he talked to Zubaz, and Zubaz lied to him and said that the game was about neutral, and it's not.
No. Dude,
And-
I play Hill Down.
You know what the best part is? They recorded Zubaz and St. Cola together, and then they recorded me and St. Cola right back to back.
Uh-huh.
So then I was like, I know Zubaz got in here and said this game's about neutral. It's not. And Spencer from 10-0 just goes,
because it feels seamless. he's laughing off. He's laughing his ass off, but he's also just like, that was really good. It made it feel like a really natural shit. That was really good.
that was really
Shout out to Spencer.
Yeah, shout out to the legend. He's saving Tasty Steve's career.
No, that's not entirely true.
I mean, Tasty Steve
Steve
can
is
do it on his
godlike.
own,
Yeah,
but
Steve is-
man, have you ever seen that man try to operate a computer?
yeah.
That is mad funny. Watch
Yeah.
Tasty Steve's stream. Yo, did you get to watch the Virgil Chronicles? Did you get to watch
No,
Tasty Steve
no.
trying to beat Virgil in DMC5?
Oh, I heard about
It
this.
took him like 3 days.
I heard. Oh man. Wait. Trying to beat Virgil.
Yes.
As Nero?
Yes. No, it's Dante. It's Dante.
Well, to be fair, the Dante part is kind of hard because Dante's hard
We'll get
as a
good.
character. He's got
good.
too much shit.
Get good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, bro. The best part was that like people were like, maybe you should try this. And Tasty Steve is such a wholesome guy, but he's like getting toxic. Like he was
Yeah.
like, just don't tell me how to play. I've been playing Devil May Cry for my whole life. I don't need this.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is sick.
Yeah.
Toxic.
That sucks, man. I mean, I love Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 5 is probably the best game in the series. Say that with 100% certainty. Absolute spit and facts. Devil May Cry 5, best game in the series. No cap.
Damn, Christian's watching DMC3 right now.
Damn,
That's sick.
kinda tight. Anyway,
That is, it's fitting.
it's pretty sick. Anyway, speaking of other games, transitioning from the locals
Into addiction.
into a straight addiction.
Addiction.
I have been bringing my PlayStation 5 to all of the locals to play Final Fantasy 15,
14.
14. My bad. I'm not playing. I mean, I'm also playing 15. Remember the multiplayer for 15?
Nobody
I was
played that.
actually kind of tight for
Nobody-
a little bit.
Nobody played that. That's
I
like the
did play a little
multiplayer
bit.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
I did play it a little bit, but oh yeah, true. That's a good addition.
14 is so good. That's
14 is godlike. 14 is mad addicting. It's sad that even right now, like after we're dealing with the troubleshooting of the PC for so long that I was like, I'm just gonna put this stuff until next week and I'm just gonna play Final Fantasy 14 all day because I'm so upset. So done. But I wasn't even really that upset. I just want to play 14.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to play 14, but on my computer. And
Yeah,
I
we're
wanted
gonna
it to
do-
work.
yeah,
I
I
want
know.
it to work.
I can imagine you sobbing, not just because the computer wouldn't have worked, but
But I
because-
wouldn't have been able to play 14.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I would have had to have bought 14 on
for
PS5,
PlayStation. Yeah.
and I would have been pissed. I
Yeah.
mean, the
It's
load
on
times are godlike.
sale. The loads
PlayStation 5 load times, no cap,
Instant.
very good.
PlayStation 5. That's a good console. If you don't have one,
Sucks.
pissing out.
Sucks.
Imagine not having a PlayStation 5.
Imagine having a roof over your head. I mean, not having a roof over your head technically, but also having a PlayStation 5. I'm homeless flexing
Tom
on
is
people.
technically homeless, but he's got his PlayStation.
But I got a
5. You know
PlayStation
what?
5.
Like, it's like that sketch from Atlanta, where he gets divorced, he loses everything, he loses his wife, loses the house, loses kid, and the one thing he says, "Leave me my Dodge Charger, leave me my PlayStation 5."
That's facts. That's facts. That's all I needed. And I'll admit, as a PlayStation 5 owner, I have nothing to play on it, so I'm pissed.
Except Final Fantasy.
Except
15.
Final Fantasy 15.
14.
Which
That's
14,
all
which
I
don't
play.
play.
Final Fantasy 14 on my PlayStation 5. It's so fucked up. But
Dude, bad timeline.
I am blazing through it. I remember. Okay, so the reason that I stopped, not only because Dom got his account banned, but it was shortly like before his account got banned. Was like I finished Heaven's Word, I did all the post Heaven's Word stuff. I got to Stormblood, and I was like, all right, I've been playing this game for a while. Like I think I can take a break because now I achieved the peak of the game so far, and now I got to slog through this expansion. So I kind of want to just like take my time, and taking my time ended up being a straight up hiatus. Like just absolutely taking a long break. And I still kept my sub. I would log in every now and then to do like a daily here and there.
Yeah,
just
and
to
then he
make
was
sure that
just
I wasn't-
walking around in Stormblood 9 levels above cap for like a while.
I would do one MSQ like a month
That's
for a
upsetting.
while.
Main story quest for those of you who
Yeah,
are,
one main story quest for a while. And
which
then
roughly takes about 5 minutes outside of cutscenes. Like if you have a cutscene, you're gonna get smoked. It's like Metal Gear Solid sometimes.
yeah.
You get Kojima. But
Dude, there's some. What's crazy is like 14 will tell you like, hey, we're gonna play several cutscenes in a while. You might want to take some time for this.
mm-hmm.
But what's crazy is the post Stormblood. There are cutscenes that are just 20 minutes long. But
yeah,
it's still a
it's
cutscene.
straight up. It's like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where you just walk 10 feet and then you walk another 10 feet and it immediately cuts to a cutscene, and that cutscene's 12 minutes, and then you walk 10 more feet and it's a 30-minute cutscene. Get smoked.
One of my funniest clips. Did you see that clip?
Yes.
That's a good clip.
That was a good.
It's end game. It's nearing the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There's a long, like almost 10-minute cutscene that plays out for me. And then I finally like regain control. I'm like, damn, that's a long ass cutscene. I go forward like 10 feet and another cutscene plays. I was like, what the fuck? God damn that game. Yeah, 14.
Very good game.
Very
I
good
mean,
game.
Seth is actively fighting to get back through. He's fighting through the beginning of Shadowbringers, which I look forward to because he's about to go get Alice, which is exciting because that's when it gets. Ooh, that's what it.
I love Alice. I love Alice so much.
Alice is great.
Alice is great. I mean,
And
like I
now-
like Alpha. I don't think there's a character that I
Lise sucks. Let's go. Minfilia sucks.
I don't dislike Lise.
Lisa Minfilia sucks. Let's go.
Minfilia's gone.
They're
I think by the
garbage.
time that you start really disliking Minfilia, she disappears.
Yeah, but she still sucks. So let's go. I remember it forever. Moon Burrito was better.
I mean, like she didn't have a chance to get worse. Like she was bad. She's easily like the least likable of the scions of the main characters and stuff. But
That's
she
a hard
goes
thing.
away.
That's hard to do.
She goes away, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. Now I'm stuck with all of the likable characters.
That's true.
And then the thing about Lise is like Lise is weird. Lise, okay. So I'm gonna talk about the Stormblood expansion. So hopefully, like, there's not gonna be any Shadowbringers spoilers because I'm not in Shadowbringers. I'm barely in Shadowbringers. I'm just maybe less than an hour, if not an hour, into Shadowbringers.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about Stormblood a bit and everything before that. Hopefully that's okay. Like spoiler territory.
I
Stormblood,
mean-
post Stormblood.
I'm not gonna say that like spoilers are okay, but it's a podcast. Who gives a shit? Like, let it rock. Stormblood sucked, and
It didn't suck.
Stormblood sucked.
That's the thing. It didn't suck. Stormblood didn't suck for me. Lise didn't suck for me. It was definitely like not as well written as Heaven's Word, because the one thing that I did like about Stormblood a lot was the fact that they established a primary villain for the series.
Mhm.
Xenos made that expansion, and
Important at all. Valuable in any
very
way.
valuable. Yes, he was very, very important as a
They
villain to
introduced new
establish.
races in Stormblood, and then they were like, they're fighting for your army against this guy.
The Aura are so fucking weird.
I love them.
They're like they're just Vikings. They're just barbarians.
They just kill people.
They're a barbarian race, which is like you kind of need that in an RPG, but they just kill people, including each other,
Can we talk about the fact that in Final Fantasy XIV, everybody's a bigot?
against somebody, right?
No, I mean specifically against literally everyone but the playable classes. Think about it. You know Gabu, the little guy?
Oh, the little
The kobold.
the kobold, yeah.
They
kobold.
speak
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
They're people.
Yeah.
And they're like, kill them.
Yeah, Beastmen. Okay, that's
The
it is
fact that
weird.
they even call them Beastmen, it's like, oh man, everybody's racist.
Well, Beastmen are like, they're they are. How do I put this?
Dude, okay, so let me say this. Before you get into it, let me just take a moment to acknowledge what you're about to say and counter it before it can happen. Beastmen are the equivalent of indigenous people in other parts of the world. It's the same thing. And we just wonton kill them. Just kill them. And they're like, hey, we want to do this. And they're like, kill them. Like regular folks. It's really bad.
I don't think that they're like.
It is acknowledged later. I can't say when, but they just kind of go, will you accept our apology? Like, what? They're regular enemies on the map. They're like, you just kill them. You just kill them. I think that's weird. I think it's really weird. Everybody else is treated with respect. Sahagin, the kobold, the little fairy people, whoever they are, all of them, wanton destruction.
I think it's because they worship icons. That's the problematic thing about kobolds is the fact that their whole livelihood, civilization,
That's
quote,
not
unquote,
true. They don't
is
want to.
centered around that. They don't.
They don't want
I don't
to,
know if
and
they
no
don't
one
want to,
does.
but
They don't want
they
to.
do.
That is discussed. They're like, well, the only reason they summon these things is because you force them to. You put them in a situation where they had no choice. They have to defend their way of living. What weapon can they use against mankind that will stop them? And you go, oh shit! It's icons. Why? Because we keep killing them. Beastmen are the black people of Final Fantasy 14.
All right. This is spoilers.
Oh man, it's
Feels
not.
like spoilers.
It's not.
Edit it out. Yeah, I like it. I like Final Fantasy 14 a lot. I liked Stormblood a lot. I didn't like it as much as Heavensward, but I liked how it established a villain. I like how it played at many different races in many different regions, but the way that you go to it, like sequentially, is just mad annoying. I didn't like how, oh, you help this group of people. All right, now let's go help the next group of people.
Have fun in Shadowbringers.
The next group of people.
That's all I have
All
to
right,
say about
what's the
that.
next group? Just didn't like it. I didn't like how
It was boring. It was boring. It was a boring expansion, and I'm glad I blew through it. Yo, I think I blew through Stormblood in like 3 days because I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, I think I did the same. I mean, obviously, with the exception of the early parts of me getting to Stormblood, like
You got a quarter of the way in, and then you beat it in 3 days.
I left Ralger's Reach, and then I was like, all right, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been playing it.
We've been hella playing.
I've been farming mounts.
Dom has been addictively farming mounts, like trying to. I don't even know. Are you trying to get all of them?
I just want the mounts of each expansion. So every expansion has a set of mounts, and then once you gather that set of mounts, you get a big ultimate mount. In Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn, it's horses. And then you get a horse. You get Kirin, and it's a golden horse, and it plays the Final Fantasy main theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then you play Heavensward, and it's birds. And the final bird is a phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool, and it plays the Final Fantasy 14 prelude theme. And then in Stormblood, which is what I'm working on now, you get wolves. And then the final one is hideous. And I hate it. And I don't know what song it plays. And
Plays the Final Fantasy 14 prelude.
and then Shadowbringers is dragons. And the final dragon is a mecha dragon. And it looks sick.
That's what I saw.
Yes.
Fuck. Spoilers.
I want it.
Damn.
I want it real bad.
It's weird every time because Dom and I effectively play next to each other. Like my desk is the span of my bedroom wall. So there's room enough for both of our PCs to, be posted up and have a setup. It's like a his and hers setup. So we
Me and Seth have sex.
so we did.
We hold hands during.
We hold hands, yeah,
Mating
when
press.
when he flies me around to get ether currents.
I spent $30.
He spent $30 on a 2-person mount just to be able to like get me ether currents
Because
so I
it
can fly
sucks.
around, and then once I can fly around, I'll never play with him again. But yeah, walking around the world
Sucks.
is spoilers for
Yeah.
me. When I look at his
he
screen,
looks
it's
at my
spoilers. I'm
screen
like,
and
oh
it's like
my
the whole
God.
game is spoiled.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
damn
know what you
dude.
want me to
It's really cool though, like the way that is. But no, I'm inching my way through Shadowbringers, and the thing is, like, I'm kind of trying to take my time because, like, Final Fantasy 14 has been pulling him away from fighting games. Apex Legends has been pulling me away from fighting games. Like, I think Final
But you
Fantasy
play
14,
fighting games at least twice a week in person
yeah.
for hours.
What the fuck is? I mean, Final Fantasy 14.
And
that's
you
what I was
also
told
play. You still play Strive like pretty much every other day because your family hits you up. I've been living with you for a week at this point,
That's true. Yeah, my cousins do hit me up almost every day.
and he's like, "Yo, you try to play Strive and stuff's just like, well, time to stop doing this important mission in 14 to then play Strive and smoke everybody in the lobby with Geo."
Now I'm gonna do it with Jacko.
He's not. His Jacko's ass.
It's a day one at this point. I
Yeah.
didn't play today. I couldn't play today.
But
What's really cool, that I think the thing that really swept me back into 14, not just because like, oh, Endwalker's right around the corner. Endwalker's in November 23rd.
I'm gonna pre-order that game.
I'm actually gonna pre-order that game.
I want the XP.
boost.
I want
Yeah,
those
I want
XP earrings.
I want the XP boot. XP earrings.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? I can't, dude. I don't want to change my earrings. My favorite thing. My
transmog. I mean, glamour them.
Here's the thing. What I love Final Fantasy IV visually, it's not just the steampunk shit or like the Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6 like futuristic shit. I love that aesthetic of Final Fantasy a lot. And I like 10, how 10 does like the island shit, the I don't know what theme that is. It's just like that islander
Yeah,
theme.
it's
Tropical
it's
fuck.
East Asian.
It's nice.
East Asian.
But that's the other thing. It's that a lot of older Final Fantasies, Yoshitaka Amano's classic designs, and whenever he designs a character, you could tell like his like main inspiration is that East Asian aesthetic, because you see a lot of the bandanas, the beads, the like different straps and stuff like that. It's very, very, there's so many pieces in an outfit that he builds, and it's gorgeous. Because look at him, like, or rather look at like
Caius.
look at Caius and then look at Squall. It's completely different.
Completely different characters.
Completely different. Look at Terra. Look at Cloud. Completely different. And I like
Look at
Cloud's design
Tidus's
a lot.
pants.
Look at Tidus. Tidus is cool. Tidus's design is really cool. I think I don't like the one pant thing.
I don't mind it.
I don't. Like
I came
it.
around to it.
But
At
you
first,
know what
I thought it was some like whack ass Kanye in a pink polo shit, but I came
You
around.
know what my favorite
Also,
design
pink is a great
of
color.
Tidus is, to the point where I was just like, this is probably one like peak Final Fantasy design, is in Dissidia. His shirtless.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That's a good character
Oh
design.
yeah. Yo, Goldmere got the Final Fantasy Special Edition box. Yo, did anybody buy the Yestola guitar?
I wish.
Oh
I
boy.
wish,
Oh, Yestola. Can
I
we just talk
wish.
about Yestola just being the shit?
That's the thing. I don't see Y'shtola being the shit a lot. It's just every time she's on screen.
Every
I'm just
time she impacts the plot massively every time she interacts with it. It's like, what happened to Thancred? And she's just like, I just whisked him away.
yeah,
He comes back and he's homeless.
yeah. And now I'm gone.
Yes. But she'll be back. She'll be back.
Y'shtola being gone for so long gave me anxiety. I was like,
Where's
where
Yestola?
is Y'shtola?
Dude, if
Is
they
she
like
okay?
kill off Yestola in Endwalker, I might actually have to jump off a cliff.
They
head
won't kill.
first.
They don't have the courage to kill anybody off. Even
I
when
disagree.
Dillian comes
I
back.
feel like they do. I feel like they've done that to us before.
No. Wait, in 14,
Yeah.
Yoshi P can't kill. He can't do it.
What happened to Papa Limo, Seth?
Who liked Papa Limo?
I did.
Papa Limo's side. That was a side character. He was
Why you
just
disrespecting
so
my nigga
minor.
like that? Like,
They killed off Ida. They killed off Papa Limo. Harshafont. Side characters. Fuck.
Harshavant was sick.
Harshavant.
The Vault
side
is an
character.
infamous, like, a fate. Like, people wait for that quest to come up for streamers. Speaking of streamers, by the way, have you at all seen the massive explosion of the player base of the game? Because you know what it is. You know what it is. Asmongold is playing.
Yeah,
Asmongold's playing. Rich Campbell's playing. You got, like, I think Shroud's going to start playing eventually.
No fucking way.
Like, that's just going to be dope.
I think that's a I can see streamers like
I don't
Lud.
even. You know what? Let me just.
I
say
can
this.
see Miz playing it.
I genuinely
Ludwig.
don't like large streamers. I hate large streamers.
Yeah.
I feel like watching their streams is almost pointless most of the time. Nothing really feels genuine. It feels really
Well, okay.
wooden.
They talk about this a lot. This is one thing that large streamers do talk about is the fact that like their stream personnel, they don't get to be who they are a lot.
That sucks.
They don't
'Cause
get
I don't
to.
give a shit about
Like, that's why.
like.
That's what they say is the fact that people don't care who they actually are.
No, I care
with
about the
that.
human, right? Like when I stream on twitch.tv/LKHamJams, which I haven't in a while, and I'm sorry, my subscribers.
Not me too.
I have quite a few. I'm flexing. When I stream, I just talk about how I feel about things or how I feel as a human being. And I think it sucks when you're watching somebody like basically just existing as a YouTube thumbnail. Like the only thing they're missing is a green arrow on the corner of the screen.
Well, it's different. It's the kind of stream that you have is vastly different from the kind of stream that a person who
But why
that's
would
their job
why
has to do
why
that
does
because
it have
they're
to
it's
change
because
into
it's-
this inorganic, disgusting
it's
thing?
vastly about monetization and content output and the livelihood. Like your stream is a hobby. Like your stream is just like I get to go here and I get to just air shit out. I get to hang out. I get to just chill. It's inconsequential to me. Whereas for them, it's just like I need this to be max. I need to maximize profit every time I go on.
That's miserable.
It's different. Exactly.
It's miserable and it shows.
And they all have therapists.
Yeah, of course they do because they're on fucking suicide watch,
Yeah.
making the most miserable, unwatchable
Yes.
content ever.
So when you guys
And
talk
then-
about like, oh, I want to be big time streamer, just know that your fan base doesn't give a fuck who you really are.
No, I actually do give a fuck about who they are. I don't give a fuck about this weird plastic version of them. Dude, you know
They
how
have
nice
to
it
do
is?
that. They have to.
I
do
don't
that
want to.
make-
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
That's
It's
their
gross.
content.
It's gross and it sucks to watch. That's why I don't
Because
watch
at the alternate on the alternate end of things, the people who are like really genuine and they want to like pour their heart out and they want to talk about who they are and they want to like get, then they get blown up on live stream fails about like, haha, fucking look.
Who
at this
gives a
pussy.
shit? Change the meta. Be better. That's all you have to
that's
do.
Twitch.
That's the meta.
That's
Stop
not-
stop this.
that's
Stop
not the
this. Don't do
creative
this.
thing.
Don't do this right now. It's not Twitch. The human beings have the input. They have the ability to shape the platform however the fuck they want. If that one chick wants to show her tits, who I can't specify because we're on the platform right now, and then lick fucking microphones and fart and shit, and people want to pay her money, she'll do it. She changed the meta for months by herself. It's possible. Be organic. Be natural. Nobody likes watching this weird version of you because I can tell.
I think it's harder when you're variety. I think it's harder when you're variety because you have to like that's your goal is to hit the trend of whatever's there at any
Yeah,
given
I mean,
time,
for sure,
you know?
there's definitely that, but it's like I look at it like this. For the people who have made it, it's up to them to recognize that what they have on the platform is powerful, and that if they don't want this to be the norm, where people are constantly just like, well, I want like this cheesy version of you, then you have to stop doing that, because ultimately they determine the future of the platform. You know, if for example, big enough people remember, like, dude, remember Leffen was like 3 out of 5 Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah.
Leffen almost by himself changed Guilty Gear to 3 out of 5. We run most fighting games 2 out of 3.
But he didn't.
But he tried, and it was a real conversation. Imagine if more people do it. Look at Arturo. He's trying to change the meta by himself, switch to PC. He's trying, and it's slowly getting there.
I think I'll take back what I said because there are streamers that do try to do that and
That tried to buck the trend.
and make that try to buck the trend and try to talk about streamers as people, which is what Dr. K and Healthy Gamer GG do because they'll post those
Those interviews.
sessions,
Yeah.
those interviews,
And
with
they're
those
sad.
streamers.
They're
And
sad to
they're
watch.
fucking crying their eyes out and shit.
That's
like that.
sad to watch
And
because
that's the humanized version of that streamer. That's the real streamer.
I shouldn't have to go
There.
somewhere else to see a human version of someone I'm supposed to enjoy.
I agree. I'll agree with that. That sucks that when we see them, it is at the climax. It is, or at their lowest point. You know what I'm saying? It's when they're cracking. You know, it's them finally able to like let all of the pent out shit off. But at the same time, like what Grolic said in the chat is like he makes a good point about like it's hard when you're variety because, and what I said earlier is your streams and your uptime is about monetization. It's about content output. It's about because you're making a living. Because you're like, and not every streamer is Lud. Not every streamer is raking in millions, dude.
Yeah, and
like those big time streamers, they will rake in obviously 6 figures.
Yes, correct, and they will do that, but that is why it is up to them specifically, and it's a lot of pressure on those larger ones. But they dictate what we do. What people use the platform is it's dictated specifically to those larger individuals. It's not by the small guy. Nobody gives a fuck about the small dude. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
so like if you know this, unless you're a complete idiot, and you know this, you have to recognize, okay, yeah, dude, I control the future of what other people do. Stop doing the thing that makes you unhappy. Because now everybody's doing the thing that makes them unhappy, and it's shit to watch. If I watch a stream with more than like 50 viewers, that shit sucks. Because the dude is like, or chick, is just, they're just weird. It's cartoonish. It's not a person.
Because they're trying to
emulate the greater thing, but the greater thing doesn't like doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
So then who the fuck is this for?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I do I pay money for this? I don't pay money for
Shout
it.
out to Lud, by the way. He was the smasher that got out.
He is the smasher that got out. I was talking about this at fucking Ignite like 2 days ago. I was
we
like,
were.
is Lud is the most successful smasher?
It's true.
I mean, he's the only successful smasher in the grand scheme
Leffen.
of life, and Leffen.
Yep.
That's
it.
That's it.
Yep. But Leffen's locked.
Leffen is admittedly locked.
He won't leave esports.
Yeah, because that motherfucker's toxic.
No, it's because he doesn't want to.
No, dude, he can't go to other
he
places.
He wants to keep playing fighting games, and he's just moved on from Smash to play real fighting games.
Well, I think if there's a Smash Melee tournament, he'll still play in that, I would imagine. But
probably,
honestly, I don't even want to talk about Leffen right now because I don't give a fuck about that dude. I think he's an asshole, so I'm just done.
I don't think you're an asshole, Leffen.
I do.
I think you're cool.
I think you're an asshole, Leffen.
Anyway, 14-6.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast with Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. There's a lot. What's crazy about it is like, despite how much I've been addicted to it, despite how much I've been playing it, it still feels weird to talk about just because I want other people to play it and therefore I don't want to spoil it. Like every time I talk about Final Fantasy 14, I have to bring up YLCU.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock that a Final Fantasy narrative brought me to that point. Like everybody went through that with like, oh man, Final Fantasy 6, you thought it was over and then it wasn't over.
Don't disrespect 6 like that.
No, I'm saying
it's an incredible game.
Yeah, it's a credible game. I'm just saying like that's the last time that people talk about a very emotionally charged
Final Fantasy 10 and 7
okay,
and 9,
7
but
with
not
Aerith's
8.
death. 7 with Aerith's death.
9 with Vivi's existence.
9 with V. Okay, no, hold on. Let me sequentially do this, right? Let me talk about like the key moments throughout Final Fantasy. One was 4 with what's her name? The green-haired chick? I can't remember her name.
Terra?
No, that's 6. But then 6.
Yes.
Right? Then you have 6 with Terra's existence.
Terra
the revelation rather of Terra's existence. And then Kefka winning. And then the end. That was a really cool moment.
And then 7 with spoilers that I don't want to discuss because I unfortunately still have to play through that shit.
Rydia, thank you.
Thank you.
Rydia, yes. 7, everybody knows Aerith dies, but people don't know
the rest of the story.
The more emotional shit that happens later. Like, I'm really worried about. There's one particular scene that a lot of people talk about. 4-7.
Is
remake.
It the part where Tifa has sex with Cloud under a ship?
We're excited for that. That one's going to be really nice.
I'm trying to watch this twit pound the shit out of Tifa.
It's canon. I wonder if you're going to be able to build up to it for it, but that's canon. Tifa and Cloud fucking underneath the highway.
And the team watching.
And the team the team watching
direct
is
eye contact.
Really fucking funny.
It's missionary only.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Hand to hand.
Funny. It's really funny.
No boob
They are
grab.
holding hands for sure. But Cloud's mind. That that moment in the story
I've heard enough.
Is going to be really sad, and I'm really excited for that moment. I mean, in a weird way. So that 7, 8,
8. I'm just gonna skip it. I'm just not gonna.
9 Vivi's existence. Like,
Just-
once you understand who Vivi is,
And that it is.
and that is just so sad, and that Vivi's just like, well, I only got so much
5
time
minutes.
left. Yeah, I got literally like hours to live, so I'm gonna
call
do
it a
what
day.
I can. The emotional side is all of Squall. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Nobody likes Squall.
Nobody likes
That guy's a fucking bitch.
Right.
Like, he's like Noctis. Fuck Noctis too. Don't do this.
Now-
Nobody likes Noctis.
Now, 13-2 at the end, that is a not happy ending, and that is just the ending. It's sick. I really agree. I really agree I really believe that is like a really key emotional moment for people who are fans of that franchise.
Damn, I can't believe it. He's like, yo, dude, you guys don't understand at all. I don't
It
want
is
to.
literally all about Squall's growth through the entire game. I mean, you could growth, like, he was terrible at the beginning of the game. So any amount of growth is like, yeah, Squall grew. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
insufferable, dude. I don't like that. He's fucking edgy as fuck. He feels intentionally like polygonally edgy.
He's not.
Whatever. Fuck. I don't want
He's
to. I'm
like-
done. I'm done. I'm done talking about 8.
8's
That game
all right.
fucking sucks.
It doesn't. It
sucks.
doesn't. The narrative is not good. I'll just say that. The narrative and the character writing is not good, but people like it.
Yeah, Justin
like
Wong,
gameplay things
Chris
about
Seglia, NT, and that's it.
Squall got abandoned by his only family at like the age of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Titus's dad.
Titus's dad. Yeah. Oh
Still
yeah.
le-
Oh yeah.
still less
okay,
awful.
so then Final Fantasy 10, right? We skipped 10 somehow. I'm still going through 10, so I don't know a lot of stuff about 10, but I am. Really
So
excited to finish 10.
as to not spoil the fucking game for you because I
know-
want to watch you play it.
I know a lot about 10, but I don't want to get spoiled continuously.
Yeah.
Because I am gonna play it. I like it. I was playing it and I liked it. So
Yeah, Titus's dad is pretty much enough. He's just a bad dad. His dad's drunk and he abandons his family.
yeah, and
You
I
know?
know.
And it's like
well.
it's the same. That's the same thing with Squall, but I mean, at least Titus is a likable human.
Well,
People like Titus. There's a lot of people who don't, but I know those people straight up just didn't. They didn't even watch the game.
Well, does Titus have family outside of his father?
He has a mother.
Where?
She's dead.
In the beginning?
She dies because her husband leaves her, and they can't support themselves anymore because Jack vanishes.
So it's just Titus.
So it's just Titus, and that's it.
Yeah,
He
well-
lives alone because his mother dies and his father gets fucking.
Because like where I'm at in the game, I don't know about anybody else in Titus's life.
It was mom's dad.
Yeah, his mom's dead. His dad's fucked off.
Yeah.
But I don't know about anybody else that Titus has interacted with, and he's still like, well, I'm just gonna be the shit. I'm just gonna be a jock. I'm just gonna.
Orin.
Orin. Yeah. Orin's like an uncle to him. Yeah. So
And then 11 MMO 12.
12,
whatever.
it's like there are no. I mean, there are some.
It doesn't make you feel as bad.
It's the emotional moments of. Here are the 2 emotional moments of 12 that most people care about, and I myself cared about. One was Balthier's, the revelation that the villain is Balthier's dad, and why Balthier left the Empire was really cool. Learning that Balthier was a judge was really cool.
Yeah.
And then 2 was Fran leaving her home, and then her sisters being like,
You can't come back.
you can't come back, but we want you to come back. We really do. And the wood kind of wants you back. And then Fran's still like, no.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because that's the only character, like the only emotion that you see Fran get to evoke.
She only has it like she only expresses.
She has
her
that
emotion like
one
once.
moment,
But
really.
if
And
you
that was
move
just a
on,
nice
you go into
moment.
13 and 13's ass. and I just
13-1,
skip it.
13-1, like, unless you play that game, which I wouldn't even, like, it's such a, you can't even recommend that game. But there are emotional moments in 13.
And then 13-2, Caius's wild ride. That about sums it up. With that,
Caius, Yule.
Caius and Yule.
Caius and Yule. That whole wild ride is like, damn. 13 is like, Fran has a total of 30 minutes of screen time in the cutscenes where she has any dialogue. Exactly, and that's why one of the cutscenes where she's interacting.
I think
with
it's
her sisters is
valuable.
cool.
It's like Kimari talking.
Yeah, when
You're
Fran
like,
talks,
oh shit, dude, Kimari's actually saying words.
Yeah, so when Kimari talks, it's like, oh shit, this is meaningful. When
I
Fran
do
talks,
agree. I do agree that Fran was underutilized.
absolutely. I mean, most of the characters in 12 are
Yeah, because the
underutilized.
game's about Balthier.
The game is about Balthier and
Ash
Ash and the Empire, and it's cool. It plays at that like political storytelling where it involves all the different nations and all the different families and all the different royalty and shit like that involve big socioeconomic issues and stuff. But
Sure.
all of those themes take away from your cast, and that's like you can tell that that's
Yeah, that I mean, dude,
just executed poorly.
It's not my
because
favorite.
it's not their
game.
first foray into that. Like they did that with Vagrant Story, and Vagrant Story was great. They did that with Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy Tactics was great. But when they did it with 12, there was just so much developmental hell in 12. Which is like
Final Fantasy 12 is the UC Gundam of Final Fantasy.
kind of, sort of.
You
well,
have-
there are still characters that you like in UC Gundam.
True. I
Like,
love Char. He's the shit.
Sure.
Anyway, moving on.
So 13 is hard. Yeah, 13
Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
I mean, 13-1 is like Hope's mom dying to set up who Hope is. Here's the one thing that I will give a lot of praise to 13-4 that you don't see in Final Fantasies and in a lot of JRPGs was the child character. Dom, this does not affect you because you notoriously hate children, children characters, but this is the one thing that JRPGs do not get right, is the children characters
Suck.
act like children. They are emotionally irrational. They are impulsive. They are stupid. They don't know what they're saying and what they're doing. And it's because they're kids. And part of the story and part of their narrative is learning how to grow up. And that's what's really cool. They grow up in the game. Vanille fucking basically starts the whole race war of 13. Vanille did that. Hope seems insufferable because his mom dies, and he's just like, fucking, oh, I'm just pouty the whole time. But his mom fucking died. And then he lashes out at Snow, and Snow's just like, damn, like, you're kind of right. I did do that. I'm sorry. Here, take this knife and try to kill me, bro. I feel bad. Because Snow is at his low point, too. And then Hope is just like, he almost does it. But the characters, when they reach their apex in 13, like, it matters. Saz almost kills himself. Vanille almost kills herself.
I'm really just
Hope
staring
almost
at.
kills Snow.
I'm really staring at Batman the Animated Series right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have completely checked out of 13.
It's that's the one thing that I will praise 13's narrative for, is the character writing is for the not lightning is really good. Really good. But
So 13-2, the actual game in the series,
yeah,
it's pretty much a wrap.
Yule and Caius.
Yeah, there you go. You got your Wild Ride. 14, you have multiple of them because expansions.
Yes.
You know, you have Hardship Font.
Oh yeah, so the 13 or 14 was like, yeah, you get those characters that die off and it's really emotional. Heavensward has a lot of that. The post Realm Reborn has some of that. Some of it. But Stormblood, post Stormblood specifically, was like, I am in shambles. This really hurts. And what really sucked about it was the fact that I talked to you about this earlier, was that Yotsuyu was... What sucked about Yotsuyu is like, Yotsu's war criminal, right? Haha, the meme Seth loves war criminals. But
Self loves war criminals.
But the
So do I.
the whole thing about Yotsuyu was like, she was reprehensible, evil bitch,
Horrible.
terrible character, kills Gosetsu, presumably,
Sure.
kills tons of dolmens, or issues the deaths of tons of dolmens on a complete power trip, and you learn that it's from a tragic past. You learn
You get
lightly.
you get Naruto.
You get an idea in the Stormblood expansion. Proper.
You get Demon Slayer.
You get Demon Slayer.
He
Yeah.
did it for Coochie.
Yeah. Yeah, you get slight background on Yotsuyu. And then the post game happens for Stormblood, and then you really get everything. You learn that like her foster parents abused the shit out of her. They sold her into sex slavery. And then the sex owner, the pimp, fucking he didn't give a shit. And then the whorehouse that he ran, like, he just sold them off into shit to the Empire, and then he went to go fight the Empire that he sold them to. So when he finds Yotsuyu, she's just like, all right, fuck you, bro. And it's crazy. What's crazy is that Yotsuyu went through so much shit. And she thought that her existence was absolute. The fact that you remember anything about 13-1 astounds me. I remember the guy with the afro. He must have had so much chocobo shit in his hair. It's true. I joked about it a lot. But anyway, Yotsuyu, like, what's crazy is that after all of this reprehensible shit that happened, she finally gets to have a chance at redemption. Everybody still is like, fuck you, Yotsuyu. I can't believe, like, she's joking. She must be doing a ruse. You know, they don't believe that she has amnesia. What happens is, like, they find her and Gosetsu's fine. Barely, like, he's hella injured still.
He's got bullet scars.
He's got bullet scars, which is cool as fuck. But Yotsuyu straight up has amnesia. Doesn't remember shit. So you get to see, like, the path to her redemption. You get to see her be able to have a normal life because she's not the person that she was before. Straight up, like, literally not.
It's like a hooker in the 1900s moving to a different town.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's, yeah, exactly. Absolutely cleansing her of her sins.
Yeah, nobody knows who
Nobody knows who she is. So it sucks that you get to see what that path is like. You get to see her have a normal life. You get to see her be a normal person. You get to see she doesn't know what she did, but everybody resents her. Everybody hates her, and she sees that. And her first thought isn't like anger. It's, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I don't know why you hate me, but I am so, so sorry. And then it starts to come back, and she's even more sorry. And she's just like, I just want to take care of Gosetsu. I just want him to be happy for me, and I want to make him proud.
Get off me, woman.
Yeah, get off me, woman. This is so. It's just like this really charming moment that everybody's starting to have with Yotsuyu. So you get to see her be able to reinvent herself and have that chance of redemption. And then what happens?
Then you kill her.
Then Asahi comes and rips all of that away. Not only brings the old Yotsuyu back through trauma, but Yotsuyu goes on a fucking killing spree. Personal killing spree. She kills her foster parents. Reinstates her status as the fucking the
Viceroy.
The viceroy. And then she's just like, there's no saving me.
Yeah.
There's no saving me. So it's a redemption story where you get to see the redemption beforehand. It's not the build to the redemption. It's completely subverts what a redemption story is.
She is forgiven initially.
She's forgiven initially, and then it's stripped away. Yeah. That's why
it's like
that
you know what that
story is
reminds
sad.
me of? It's like those movies where like the dude's just like, I'm gonna stop doing drugs. And then you're like, everybody's like, I believe that you can do it. And then they bust him for drugs later.
Mm-hmm.
He like has like a horrible moment and he goes back. It's like Flight. You ever seen Flight?
No.
Oh man, it's a good movie. Denzel Washington's a fucking alcoholic and he's a pilot.
Oh shit.
And you know, like everybody's like, all you need to do is just fly some planes. We're gonna let go what you did. It was bad. Just don't fuck it up. And then he's left in a hotel room that's got like the beer in the fridge that you pay for, and he's like sweating, and then he just does it, and everybody's like, "Oh, like fuck, you were there, you were doing good," and he fucking blows it. It's a good movie. You should check it out though.
Yeah, maybe I'll try
Spoilers.
it. Yeah, well, I mean that's
You got
the whole
spoiled.
plot. I did, but that's what's really cool about that plot. And I've never experienced a narrative like that before, especially not in a JRPG or Final Fantasy media. And it was just like, damn, you really let this character be good before you just had to forcefully turn her back into a piece of shit. But the thing is, like, she didn't redeem herself, but she knew that there was no redemption. So she, like, I think that she went out like death by suicide type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, altogether, I think that was really good.
Death
but
by hero suicide, yeah.
There's a bit of that in each expansion, which is why the game is super good.
Yeah.
Because in each different, except A Realm Reborn, because we just don't talk about that. Now, I'm gonna say this right now, while I have your attention. Don't tell people that are trying to get into the game that The Realm Reborn is an unplayable game. A lot of people will just play it and not know it sucks.
Yeah.
They have to get to the better thing later. But don't tell them that Heavensward is so good that you should never play it, because then they just won't know the context. Final Fantasy XIV is an RPG, and it is one story, and it's a straight, very linear path.
Yeah.
With very little diversion. If you miss any section of it, You're missing big stuff. Seth almost skipped Stormblood.
I almost bought the skip.
He almost bought the skip.
You know what's crazy? We went through the online store and looked at the rankings for things that are purchased with real money, and it's like Fantasia, it's like some other shit, Pure White Dye or some shit like that.
An outfit from
Outfits,
a Shadowbringers character.
Mount. Number 6 is a Stormblood skip, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
Ugh.
Where are the other skips? They don't even rank.
They don't even rank.
They don't even
They
rank.
don't make the ranking. Nobody
The
wants to skip Heaven's Sword.
Number 6 most purchased thing in the online store is Stormblood skip, and I'm like, damn, I almost bought it.
Yeah, he really did consider it. And he would have missed out on a really good experience and a really good narrative.
Yeah, just because of the way that they build, the way that it sets up for Shadowbringers. I think that that's what I'm really happy for, and the way that I wouldn't have gotten to care about those characters. I still don't care for Hien, but I care about Gosetsu. I care about.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Yatsuyu.
mean, he hadn't.
I care about Lise.
Discount Mitsurugi's kind of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, he does kind of suck.
Shadowbringer's better. Shadowbringer's so much better.
I know Shadowbringers is better.
Shadowbringers immediately comes in. It's like, yo, you want to hear the sick ass song? You're like, damn, hold up.
Yo, Shadowbringers music is busted. The first 2 regions I went to, first 2 areas I went to are just absolutely busted.
It's broken. The
in
Crystarium?
music. Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I was telling Dom earlier, my ability to find niche-ass music, like if I hear a sample in a song, I'll find that shit.
Yeah.
And I heard in Shadowbringers, I was in an area, and I'm like watching a cutscene.
The Ocular.
The Ocular. I was in the Ocular, and I just heard the music in a cutscene, and I was just like it pulled me out, and I was like, I know this melody. I know this melody. I'm humming the melody for an area I'd never been to and a song I'd never heard before. But I was like, I know this song. Why do I know this song? And I immediately I paused the cutscene, and I pulled myself out, and I was like, I need to find this. It was from Final Fantasy 3 that they used it for the Crystal Tower. For the Crystal Tower for Final Fantasy 3, it's in
Final Fantasy 14.
And that makes sense because Crystal Tower, and they use Cloud of Darkness to like link it. It's really cool. It's really cool how they link. I want to see more Final Fantasies get linked, but damn,
It's a really good game.
it's cool because like I see the inspiration from previous Final Fantasies so clearly in this one. Like the Emperor of the Garlean Empire,
He's a judge.
Varys. No,
Oh, shit.
he's Golbez.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I forgot. That guy.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other guys. The other Empire people.
Those are judges.
Those are judges.
From 12. So you have judges from 12. You have fucking Golbez because he's got the spikes on his armor.
He's got the spikes. He's got the spike in
big
the center.
thing, the spike in the center, the spike right here. Like it's so very much Golbez's armor. It's so cool. You have the Warrior Light. You got the crystals, which is a common theme in all Final Fantasies, of course. But it's like, you get Magitech shit. You get the fucking Magitech armored
They call
suits
the
from Final
Magitech
Fantasy 6.
Machina.
Yeah. You get the... No, they call it Magitech.
Not just that.
They call it Machina?
Yustola has already referred to something as Machina in Stormblood. There you go.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much. If you're a Final Fantasy fan overall, 14 it's for you. It's for you. It's for you.
Play the video game.
Play the video game. I was talking to somebody yesterday at FGC meetups, just trying to like, because he's looking for a new JRPG to play. He's just looking for something new to play, and I'm like, shit, I got the game for you. Because he's like, yeah, I'm wrapping up Persona 4 and stuff like that. I kind of want something else to play. I love Final Fantasy. I was like, well, there you go. Because the biggest obstacle for Final Fantasy 14 is not just a subscription, but people like criticize, oh, I don't know if the combat's going to be. That's a classic combat. It's ATB. It's an ATB system.
Let's not do this. Let's not pretend. Let's not do that. But it's an MMO.
ATB is it is.
It's a fucking MMO. There's GCDs, there's off GCDs.
That's basically ATB.
But it is still fun to play. That's all that matters. The game is fun.
The game is fun.
And the game makes you feel like you're playing other Final Fantasy games, which is what I want.
Yeah.
I've said this before. I don't want to play other games to feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy, like older Final Fantasies. But the game makes me feel like I'm playing a Final Fantasy game that's very good.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy is like, it's really widespread now. Like the kind of games that they are just
It's
like,
it's vast.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that streamers have brought the attention to the game.
Yeah.
Because now people are You know, our data center is considered congested. You can't even make a character in our data center anymore. It's done.
Thanks, Rich Campbell.
Thanks, Rich Campbell. Thanks, Asmongold. We just can't do it no more.
Well,
and Europe too.
Oh, is he in ours?
Rich Campbell's in ours. Asmongold is in the same server.
Yeah, he's in this. Okay.
So, shit.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. Streamers
out here blowing up the servers. Dude, I watched Rich Campbell like going through like Shadowbringers and like flew past in my nicest mount.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, "Ooh, what's going on over here?" And everybody's like,
"Yeah, we learned that Rich Campbell was playing because I was in Stormblood and I saw all of his like a good chunk of his viewers just like sitting around
in chairs
around him while he was watching the cutscene. And I was like, "What the fuck's going on over here?" And I look at the name and it's like Rich Campbell, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Rich Campbell?" And Dom was like, "You know Rich Campbell? You know who Rich Campbell is?" Dom knows all these like. Well, okay, that's not fair because they're actually kind of well-known people that I just don't know.
Yeah.
Just astonishingly.
It'd be like not knowing who Golden Boy is. He's the Blizzard equivalent of Golden Boy.
Who's Golden Boy? I'm just kidding. I know who Golden Boy is. I've watched a Splatoon tournament.
Mm.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh man,
love you, Golden Boy. But yeah,
it's Puerto Rican and black.
Hey, let's go, bro. Let's go, you.
For fellow Black-Rican.
It feels good having that representation.
That's a very specific representation.
I get those two individuals in the pop business. I get Bruno Mars, Filipino and black, and I get Toru Imoy, Filipino and black.
You also get to hang out with the Filipinos exclusively. Manny Pacquiao.
I'm not doing this.
Yo, let's go, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao was our Tom Brady for like
he sure was.
Then he was like, gay people.
Gay people.
What the fuck? I don't do that.
What the fuck?
That's against God. I'm not having gay people. Don't clip this out of context. But it's just, I was so sad. I was like, I can't believe we lost someone so fast. A drop of a hat.
Instantly.
Overnight. And some people still won't let him go.
Could you imagine if Tom Brady just busted out the hard RM word? White people in shambles. That shit would be tight. Oh, man, dude.
Yeah, that's problematic.
That would be good. That would be really good.
Anyway.
Go Bears.
No.
I eat Portillo's every day.
What else do we have to talk about?
I think...
What was we had something that we wanted to talk about that was upcoming, and obviously like we touched a little bit on Roundhouse and how you guys should be there, but was there something else or was it Roundhouse?
I think it was Roundhouse.
I think it was Roundhouse. Anyway, go to Roundhouse, sign up en masse, please. Play Final Fantasy 14 with us. Play there'll be like
when the server stops being considered congested and they get the silicone that they need to get all the computer parts.
Dude, the world is in a crisis.
Yeah, join us on Midgard Stormer. We've got Boone from Wednesday Night Fights in there. Boone. Poppy Swarm from Chicago Tekken, chilling in the free company. Trinity, Sage Mod, the God.
Trinity is just the God. It's so weird. Like, I don't even refer to Trinity as Sage Mod. I'm just like, dude, it's Trinity.
Trinity the dude. I know who Trinity is because of just.
I learned that later. I didn't.
Well, the thing is, I learned later because I was watching a stream and I saw Trinity and I was like, huh, that's weird. And then I saw Gunpaw talking in Sajam's Discord because I was in Sajam's Discord because I wanted the emotes.
He had an admin role or something.
And he was a fucking mod in the Discord, and I was like, "What's going?
That's sick.
What's going on?"
Yeah.
And then it turns out that Chicago FGC actually secretly runs Sajam's Discord and his fucking stream because it's Blueberry, it's Trinity, and it's Gunpaw, and he talks shit about fucking Chicago.
That's sick.
Like I remember Sage. You ever seen that video where Sajam's talking shit about Callisto? He was saying that Callisto's just talking about drinking and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, because that's all the Midwest does. But we also moderate your Discord, you bitch.
Well, look at Callisto's VODs from Combo Breaker 2018.
The hot dogs?
Yeah. It's so... Was that 2018 or 2019? Sorry, Callisto. I think it's 2019.
It doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make it... It's so goddamn funny.
It is.
So, it's just Sajam, like, eating hot dog.
A fucking hot dog.
Every single one of Callisto's VODs.
No
matter what game he ran that, it's all Sajam eating the hot dog.
The Portillo's
So
ads. Yeah, it's the
got-
Portillo. Look up.
so
Go to
funny, dude.
the hot dog. Whatever. What is this? What is this channel? The hot dog
Sausage King.
Sausage King. Go to the Sausage
Sausage
King.
yeah.
And then go to check out his VODs. All of them are just Sajam eating hot
Yeah,
dogs.
just look up like the Sausage King.
And it's the
stall or
same
some
picture
shit.
of Sajam eating
It's
hot
so
dogs.
fucking funny, dude.
Callisto has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's you rarely utilized.
Yeah.
That-
that's not true. Callisto puts out really funny tweets very often that fly under
Callisto,
radar,
the
which is a
human,
crime.
is a very different person
Yes.
than Callisto on
Callisto
Twitter.com.
Yes, 100%. Like Callisto in person is a very enjoyable person.
He's just a nice
He's
dude
a
to
nice
talk
dude,
to. Dude's
yeah.
like, yo, dude, Sakura shit in Street Fighter 4. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm legitimately
Yo,
interested.
man, my cat's sick, dude. Let me
Look-
tell you about this.
Look
shit
at this
that my
picture
cat,
of my cat.
Let me
It's-
tell you about this shit that my cat pulled the other day, and I'm like, dude, your cat sounds awesome. Your life's, I'm glad you're enjoying your life.
Everything's going great.
And then on Twitter, it's just
Just shit posting.
so fucking funny. Holy shit. But yeah, Chicago's got a good sense of humor, and I mean, like, good relationship with Sajam, surprising. So Trinity is awesome, and Trinity is in our Final Fantasy 14 Discord.
Yeah.
Or 14 free company. So,
Yes.
Anyway,
Trinity's
Roundhouse.
moving to New York.
No. Well, New York's kind of cool, but
Fuck
no.
New York.
I like New
Fuck
York
New
a lot.
York.
I like New York a lot. Your city is really. It's better than LA.
Your players' attitudes are dog shit.
Every player's attitude is dog shit.
That's not true. I play video
Except for the
games.
Midwest. He's in points.
Hey, listen, man. If they weren't such assholes about literally every game they played in, I wouldn't give a fuck. But they're very good, so they dictate a lot of shit.
Just
And I
a
have
good
to.
player.
Just a good player. I don't give a fuck. You're a regular ass nigga. I'll whoop your ass.
Los Angeles players too, man. It's Cali. Players
I'll whoop
too.
their ass too.
It's Cali players. Anyway,
They're trash. They're trash people. They're
um,
good players. They're trash people.
I don't know. How are we gonna wrap up the show?
How are we gonna wrap this up? You know what you do? You hit them with the CSB ending and say "fuck New York." Cut.
I'm not doing that.